Alright, now in terms of demons and demon possessions, yes, a long time ago demons really did in fact exist, and they did possess human beings on earth. But understand, even then when demons existed that possessed human beings externally, that or such possessions again could only exist if the demons had the resources within the human being's mind to be able to possess them. Thus, demon possession was not something that was just the demon's responsibility. It was equally as the human being's responsibility. I strongly suggest having a listen to and investing within the Journeys into the Afterlife series available on EQAFE, as within that the entire relationship of demons to human beings are also being walked in detail. And just to give you an understanding of how they operated and functioned, they needed energy to be able to exist. And so they would essentially only possess human beings with an exceptional amount of energy, especially fear, anger, hatred, revenge, things like that. Thus, I mean, if the human being themselves did not consist of and exist as those energies, the demons would not be able to possess. Therefore, it is both the human beings and the demons' responsibility within that context, and the demons have walked their process within existence in their self-forgiveness. And now it's human beings' processes in taking responsibility for themselves. Therefore, demons no longer exist. Any manifestations of possessions, which essentially understand, it's not that the demons necessarily possessed the human being, in that whatever the demon did wasn't something that the demon brought through. Whatever the demon possessed was already existent in that human being as the mind. Thus, the human being was essentially simply being possessed by their own mind through a demon simply accentuating what was already existing in the human being's mind. And the demon would simply then take the energy that the mind and human being and the physical would experience as the demon accentuate the mind demons, if you will, of the human being that they created themselves. So, I mean, many human beings utilize I'm possessed, or I've been possessed, or demons are possessing me, and things like that, within an interesting starting point of simply not wanting to take responsibility for one's own mind. I mean, it's very easy to blame and say everything that's happening in your mind is because of a demon. I mean, really, very easy. You can just say it. You can even make yourself believe it, and thoughts coming up in your mind saying, it's a demon, it's a demon, it's a demon. But your mind's telling you that it's a demon, and you're convincing you in your own mind that it's a demon. So who's creating the demon? You within yourself, in your own mind. Thus, understand any experiences of apparent demonic possession within you is your own mind. It's not actual real demons. And your mind is essentially saying to you it's demons so that you don't take responsibility for your own mind consciousness system. Because if you keep blaming demons, what are you going to keep doing in that blame? Blame is attention, blame is participation, blame is energy, and your mind is just going to sit back and enjoy the ride. So assist and support oneself to not use demon possession or possession as an excuse to not take responsibility for self within one's own mind consciousness system. You're only making your own process more difficult, more longer, more harder. We have to realize that we've been our own demons within ourselves all along. The externalized manifestations of demons in the heaven existence was simply a mirror of what we're in fact and always have been existing as within ourselves, within our own minds. So here again, your process is equal and one and exactly the same. Whenever that thought comes up, oh my God, I'm possessed, or it's demon, or whatever, stop the thought, have a look at what are the internal conversations that's coming up, what are the reactions, what's the energies, do your writing, do your self-forgiveness, take responsibility for what's going on inside you. And if you're having trouble or problems, the Desteni forums are available. If this experience doesn't want to go away, so we can help you see it, lay it out, see what it is that you're not wanting to take responsibility for, but blaming on an apparent possession. And having the illusory auditory perceptions of strange nonverbal sounds, we suggest having a listen to the previous interview. We'll link it within this interview regarding what we've walked on hallucinations. And also, to understand that there are some things that are in physical reality that you might hear, but your mind may make something big out of it, like, it's not really there, or you're hearing something supernatural or something like that. When your senses are really heightened, when you're in fear, it's like you hear everything all the time at the same time. Again, here, breathe, be physical, and if those sounds come with fears or reactions, assist and support yourself with writing, self-forgiveness. Again, if that process does not assist and support, we're on the forums. Ask and you shall receive.